sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
Finally, someone let me out of my...
I see someone stole my avatar.
Are you pretending to be me?
You're pretending to be I don't know who. But someone stole my avatar. I do have that one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Sunday night, that's all. And dirty. Getting snow. We had some flurries. Got a lot of damn wind. I wish that wind would go away.
Yeah, real bad wind here.
It blew all night last night. It's blown all this whole afternoon. I had plans on going out, but then I was like, screw that. I was out back with the dog for a little bit, and I was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere.
Hey, Kiwi.
What's going on, Kiwi? What's up? So, did you get to watch that movie or no? I know you didn't watch it.
No, not yet.
Yeah, it's all right. No big deal.
I knew you were going to ask, though.
I'm doing all right. I don't know about Muxter because he's not a gentleman. He came up as the mermaid, so just saying. Let's get it straight.
So I don't think Nikki's going to be joining us.
No, she would have been here already.
Well, I saw official misconduct decided to do a thing at 8 o'clock, so she's probably over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. What do they talk about over there?
I don't know. It said update on an important case or something like that.
No, my thing is, what did they talk about? Cases? Is that what they talk about? Like,
yeah, I think OMC, she mostly wants to talk about different kind of law stuff. Chris, he wants to talk about Chris.
oh, when doesn't Chris talk about Chris?
I know.
Let's see. He's always got something important to say, but he can't say it yet, and whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when I watched that little bit of Nikki and Tiffany the other day, and of course Chris had to do an update on his channel, and he said on Sunday at 1 o'clock I have something very exciting or whatever it was he said, and I thought, yeah, he's the king of clickbait, and I looked in on it, and he was re-showing like a 2-year-old live that he did.
Oh.
I don't know if he did an update at the end, but it's like, if that's what it was, wouldn't you think you would just take like a couple of minute clip out of it? It's like, this is what happened back then. Now let me tell you what's going on now. But
Yeah.
you know, I can remember that from before. He'd always say, "Oh, we're going to have something very big tomorrow, very big tomorrow," and it's like, yeah, a big nothing burger.
Right.
But I blame Kiwi.
It's Kiwi's fault. Everything's Kiwi's fault.
Those damn third world people.
Yeah.
So you actually still here, Nerdy?
Guess you came
Sure.
in.
Good. She hasn't said anything since we actually started.
Yeah, she's being nerdy. She's probably laying back.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So did you get hit by those heavy rains too, Kiwi? Like Cart was saying she got? Yeah. I know. I couldn't think of her name for a second.
Yeah. Shit, every time I talk to Nikki, I figure her name.
I know. A couple times I have transposed Nikki and Nerdy.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that happening.
Is that last night we were on with Finkel?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Dirk.
What's up, Dirt?
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second. Trying to understand what he wrote there. The weather is on. Oh, it's on its way from
Australia.
oh, like Oz. What's he talking about? Wizard of Oz? I didn't know. That's right. He's in what's it called?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay. I forget that sometimes. So is he down under her?
Yeah, I was just thinking that now because I always picture Zealand being like above Australia, but I think it's actually south.
I have no idea where it is. I've seen it before, but
Geography was never my best subject.
I don't listen. That's my problem right there. So did you do the intro with the song? Did you add something to that? Does it sound a little different?
I just threw a different song in there for a couple of. I'm not going to keep that there. I'm going to go back to
Yeah.
the chat and play one you did. I just was in a mood. The video was still the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Howard.
How's it going, Howard? Yeah, that's the Gorillas, right? That's their name.
Yeah, yeah.
The animated rock group that never was on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do the animation up on. You go to the concerts, either they weren't there or they were in the back. But yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
nope, no live act. Just saying.
That's like the only song of theirs I remember.
They got a couple of good ones. But yeah, that's the one everybody remembers. That was a pretty big hit there for a while.
Yeah. That's all. That's one of those songs too that if you play other parts of it other than that chorus, a lot of people wouldn't know what the song is.
Yeah. Funny you say that because there's a lot of famous songs that people know, right? But they just know like the little hooks, and they've never really heard the whole song.
Yeah.
But they can only sing you that one little part.
It'll be like, I've never heard this song before. And then all of a sudden, the famous part comes along. It's like, oh, that's this song.
Yeah, I know that song. Yeah. It's happened to me plenty of times. Oh, I never heard that song that way. It's actually the way it is.
Or I've had things too. One I always remember was way back in high school. Somebody said, "Hey Muck, you like the Who?" I said, "Yeah." And they said, "You like that song Baba O'Reilly?" And I think they asked for like, "What do you like that song?" I said, "No, I don't think I ever heard that." And they said, "It's by the Who." And I said, "Oh, well, I like that song of theirs, that Teenage Wasteland song." Well, that was Baba O'Reilly.
Oh, okay. I do that all the time too.
Well, the thing is, Kiwi Finkel said, "If you talk to Kiwi, don't tell him anything about me."
That's right. He said especially Kiwi.
Yeah. No foreigners, but especially Kiwi.
He's still adjusting. That's all. Adjusting to the time difference. You got to remember, he's an old man. He's not a
Yeah.
young kid.
But his daughter seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
By the way, I guess it was my niece's car that my nephew was driving yesterday. And I got to wait for the insurance to decide whether it's totaled or not.
Did they send you pictures? Did you get to see it or no?
No. She had more. After I relayed information to my sister, and she said, "Yeah, I just saw Courtney's post on Facebook." So I went there, and there was a little more detail on there.
Oh,
I think she's actually kind of hoping the car is totaled because it'll be a lot easier just to go and get a new car.
I get rid of it anyways. If my car ever got hit like that, it's
Yeah,
okay. I'm getting me another car.
yeah, because it's not going to be back to.
No. Some places do work good, but it's never the same, bro. You know it was hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now, if you buy it used, then it really doesn't matter. But you're getting it cheap. But I just rather have a new one.
and she did confirm that Toby wasn't hurt, although she insisted on him getting checked out at the ER also, just to be sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they told her to to have everyone check, because you know a lot of times you don't feel nothing. Then after the adrenaline
Yeah.
runs out of your body and stuff, wait a second, like my neck's hurting now, my back is hurting. Well, that's what happens. You get in trouble for those things, Kiwi. That's why you don't go in haunted houses. You don't go in the woods at night when you hear a strange noise. You don't follow the little blood trail. None of that. You go about
You
your
know,
business.
you know what Ariel's woman always says? If you're gonna pry, make sure you have a good crowbar.
Yep. She's got a big one. She
Well,
like to smack me upside the head with it.
I just got a I got a thing that I got a, gift membership,
Oh, to another channel?
and it's actually for Tiffany's channel.
Oh,
And I don't think I was even, well, maybe the other day I might have said something in chat, because I always thought that they went by people in chat, not just people that might have lurked or whatever.
I don't know how it works because I've gotten them too from channels that I've never been to, and I'm like, it's from somebody that I know, and they gift it to me. So I don't know how that works. I really don't know how it works. And all I do
Well,
is just I send it back, but I don't want that shit. Give it to someone that can use it. I'm happy they gave it to me, but whatever.
I remember getting one from TPP about 3 months after I left that place.
Yeah.
And I got one for fraud at Wrangler one time.
No, you should have used that one. You could have went in there as a sock.
I did the one time. I forget what the name was that I made up. It had something to do with Donald Cameron.
Okay.
Nerdy's eating a bowl of Ratman.
Yeah. That's how these diseases start, eating Ratman. As long as it doesn't have a bat in it, you're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much a bat without the wings, but yeah. I'm pretty sure rat soup is tasty somewhere.
Well, I mean, plenty of people eat squirrel and rabbit. It's not a whole lot of difference.
No, they may have a little bit more meat on them, but not too much more. Now, fried rabbit is good, man. They eat the coons. They eat the groundhogs.
Yeah, I've never had coon. I've had groundhog, squirrel, and rabbit.
Yeah, a guy brought some groundhog to work. I skipped on it. He made some kind of barbecue or whatever.
I remember them doing they'd like bread and bake the groundhog. It tasted good.
Yeah, they say that they're clean animals, so they eat clean. Someone else told me a while ago that they eat garbage too, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think they are mostly vegetarian.
Yeah, they do a lot of burrowing. They make these like tunnels underground, and
yeah, you know that place I showed you where I lived in Pittsburgh?
yeah, up on the hill there. Yeah.
On the right side there, the yard to the right, there was a groundhog living over there. It had the hole there. It pissed me off. This girl moved in downstairs,
Yeah.
and she wanted to put a little garden over there, and her father filled that hole up with rocks. I thought,
yeah,
that groundhog was here before you. That was his home.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it was an old video, but I watched this neat video, and this guy took his two sons out to go hunting, and they're like sitting on a log or something. They're in the woods. There's a male buck. He's not he don't have he probably I don't know, 6-pointer maybe on him.
Yeah.
not too big of a rat. But anyways, he just walked up on him, bro.
Yeah.
He's sniffing the boy, and then he went over to the dad. Keeps telling him just stay still, not to do anything. And then he went over to the dad and just started like licking his pants, and he was there for a while with them.
Hmm.
He just took off. I guess maybe they didn't have to. They probably changed their mind about hunting after that one. Not that deer meat ain't good, because it is, but I got a bunch of it there. My neighbor brought me some. I had a big old bag there, and I asked Rick, "What is this?" And she said, "I don't know. You put." I said, "I didn't put that there." And then I opened it up, and I was like, "Oh, okay." That was the neighbor brought that over. He went hunting.
Yeah, this is deer country around here.
Yeah. We got nice sized deers out here. We don't got those little
Little,
tiny, you know.
little southern ones.
Yeah. They get good size over here. Especially the ones back behind me. There's no hunting. I'm still in town, and they live back there, man. They pretty good life back there. I mean, they travel, but I don't know what their range is.
I used to know. I don't think it's real big though. Maybe a couple square miles, as opposed to a bear that'll do like 50 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of those too. Plenty of black bear back there.
You know, when Barb moved up to New York, she had a big debate with the people up there. I think she mentioned something about groundhog, and they were like, "What's that?" And they were saying, "No, that's a woodchuck."
Yeah. Yeah, it's really a groundhog, but yeah.
Hey, Bill Murray never made a movie called Woodchuck Day.
Right. But there is a Geico commercial about woodchucks. It's pretty funny too. He's like, "What you woodchucks doing? Quit chucking my wood." And he's got a whole pile of wood, and they're like throwing it all over the place. He's like, "Quit it! I told you to stop."
By the way, I just thought of this because I looked down. Did you happen to see my video the other day about the follow-up on my burning outlet?
Follow up. I don't think I did. It didn't happen again, did it?
Well, I was sitting here the other night, and I was smelling something hot, like so.
Lord.
And it, as I'm thinking, well, there's no way it's that again because nothing's plugged into it. And I've been making sure that there's nothing laying against it. And I looked down and, the faceplate on it is broken. And I didn't get around to replacing it, luckily, because I looked down and there's a glowing red wire in there.
Yeah, must have got loose.
Yeah, so I went and hit the circuit breaker, and it's weird though, the circuit breaker turned it off, but for some reason in my breaker box there's only one breaker labeled living room.
Yeah.
And it turned off that plug and didn't affect any of the rest of the living room, so somebody did a funny wiring job.
Yeah, we have a word over here. I won't say it because then we'll be canceled, but yeah.
I know the word you mean. I remember people using that. Yes.
Yeah, it's been rigged that way. And I had to ask, what does that mean? Because I was ignorant. That was when I first come over here. And I was like, well, what does that mean? They were like, you don't know what that means? I go, no, I'm from up north, bro. That's a new word. Yeah, they just threw it together anyway, just But yeah,
The more polite term is jerry rig.
yeah. Last week the the lights kept going off in one of the bedrooms back there.
Mm.
She was hollering at me, but I was in where was I? Living room, back, whatever. She's like, the lights keep going on and off, and the TV keeps shut. I said, I don't know, because the lights didn't go off over here. And I went to the kitchen to go make a coffee, and the lights in the kitchen were doing the same thing. They kept flashing, and they shut off 15 seconds or so, and then the power come back on. But everything else in the kitchen was on. It's just those two lights. Well, anyways, I had to go buy a new breaker. I switched it out. It stopped doing it. Hopefully that's it. My buddy told me to check all the light switches and make sure none of the wires or anything are loose on them. I checked all the plugs and everything. Everything looked good. And there's only two things plugged in that room. There's a TV and the bed. That's it. So it's not like we're overpowering the
Yeah.
We're not putting a lot of juice to the one, socket. So plus we have the GFI.
Howard, my landlord, just replaced the breaker box last summer
Yeah.
with some kind of a upgraded thing. So, but I think that
Yeah,
they used an actual professional
When
electrician too, but he probably just went by the labels that were there before.
When I moved in here, they put a new box in also. 200 amp service. Yeah, I went and bought that breaker and all, and my buddy opened the thing up, and he was like, "Oh, you got two of them here. They're just open. They're not even being used." He said, "We could have took one of these." I said, "Ain't no big deal." It was only $8, so it wasn't bad. And these are 20 amps. I thought it was a 15, but it was a 20 amp.
Yeah.
This house was wired back in 1950.
Yeah.
There is some new wires, but basically it's all the old wiring.
Well, this place, the wiring's probably about 50 years old because I can remember when I was a kid, we lived up the street and I would walk by here when they were remodeling because there was it's like a nonprofit. They bought a whole bunch of houses and it was also like a work, they had grants, and it was like a work product, it's not the word I wanted, any project thing where they took guys that were on welfare.
Yeah.
And they had them do the work. And, of course they were like supervised, but it was like so yeah, they like remodeled and, rented them out then too.
Okay. Yeah.
But like I say, that was about 50 years ago they did that. So that's about how old the wiring probably is.
I think my dog got up. I don't know what that was. Well, the thing is, Howard, the wiring's fine, even if it's from like my house from 1950. Usually, as long as you don't disturb it, just leave it alone. But if you were to do anything new, it'd have to be to code. That's the only difference.
And it is all copper too. It's not like they
replaced
it with aluminum or something.
But I don't know. I'm not no electrician. The plastic wire stuff around it, the cover, whatever.
The insulation,
whatever. It's way different than from 1950. The new shit. Let me tell you. Like it's easier to cut through one of the older ones or puncture it. You know what I mean? Than the newer stuff. But yeah.
What's funny about that is it took is it a week or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Since the day that that blanket was burning until the wiring problem, you know.
It just does something to. I look at that blanket and I say, how the hell did that house not burn down?
I know. Like I said, it's just like with this wire. Luckily, it happened while I was awake.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna say something to you about that. You know, you probably should have checked that outlet and make sure it's not just the plug or whatever. Just make
Yeah,
sure nothing funny with it.
yeah, should have had them send a guy then.
Yeah. Yeah, send your landlord a bill for the blanket. Tell him that was your binky. You had it since you was 5 years old or whatever, man. You have now you have emotional distress and trauma. You can't sleep now.
They'll say, yeah, we'll give you $5 for a blanket when you pay your month's past due rent.
Oh, we'll take it off. There it is. Sorry.
Yeah, wind's really beating against the walls right now.
Yeah.
See if this says what kind of gust we're getting. Let's see.
I could tell you. Give me a second.
Well, this says the high wind warning. I know somewhere it would say, usually it'll say like gust up to this much.
Yeah. Let's see. We got it's 27 outside. Let's see. Clouds, wind speeds. 10 miles an hour above. So that kind of, all right, let's go to Pennsylvania now. Let's see.
Yeah, why am I not seeing it here?
Albany. All right. Which one's Pennsylvania? Let's see. Connecticut, New York, Philadelphia. Here we go. Harrisburg, Pittsburgh. And it's about 16 miles an hour, 17 out your ways. Osceola, I don't know where's that. Williamsport State College.
Yeah, that's the area. State College.
Yeah. Oh, you got up to 34 mile an hour winds. Yeah.
Yeah.
32, 39. Yeah. Some spots are a little higher than others.
Low temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday, supposed to be 4 degrees.
Yeah. We're getting most definitely we're getting they said they don't know how many inches of snow, but most definitely we're getting snow. Wednesday, Thursday.
Howard, I know the wires are behind the faceplate, but the circuit's off right now, and I'm going to have an electrician come and take care of it, okay?
Yeah, well, sometimes you can see them, Howard. Sometimes you can't, depending on how tight that little box is.
Yeah, plus where it's at, I'd have to be hanging over a chair and stuff. I'll let a professional take care of it.
Yeah, that's what they get paid for. They get the big bucks.
That whole thing of the way the circuit breaker doesn't seem to be for the whole living room worries me a little, and I don't know where I ever put my voltmeter to see if there's power going to that circuit or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you go to touch it, you gotta make sure that shit don't got power. I got this one that it looks like a pen. It just
Oh
you
yeah.
put like two like little AAA batteries. You just touch it and it'll beep. It'll let you know whether it's live or not. I mean, you can go to Walmart and get a $4 one, man. They got some cheap ones over there, or Harbor Freight.
Not the kind of thing I use much anymore.
Yeah, I got all that shit. I got the room for it though. Plus, the house is mine, so
Yeah. And you have to actually pay to bring a professional in.
yep. Actually, I don't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. It all depends on what it is. I had to pay the AC guy last time. It was not cheap.
Yeah, I remember that. Sometimes the wind gets going around here, and I worry that a window's going to come blowing out.
You got old windows. You got storm windows.
Yeah, but again, 50 years old.
Yeah, so they stay in their position all year round. And I guess you don't play with them.
No.
Yeah, I got just regular windows. Well, they're new, vinyl windows, but they were put in new. You watching TV?
No, I just
hear-
clicked over to see if Tiffany's thing ever started or not, because I looked before. It was like quarter after or something that said starting at 8 o'clock. But
Um,
and you're hearing my headphones that are sitting like a couple of feet away. But I was just going to say to you, the funny thing is that voice you hear on OMC's channel is, of course, Chris. I don't know what he's saying, but
right.
it's like he cannot let her just do her thing. Hey, Kellen.
My old windows have always been a pain. Okay.
Wow, that microphone's pretty sensitive if you could hear those headphones from over there.
Listen, I have supersonic here. You could ask Killen. I freaked him out one day. He it took him forever to figure out what was going on. He figured it out, but he was like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Dude, I'm hearing the whole damn." No, you cannot hear that. That's inside my. He had the headphones on. I could hear everything. He was listening to, and he was like, "No," and I was like, "Yeah, I can hear it, dude. I'm not playing with you. I'm for real."
Well, they say when you go blind, your other senses get more sensitive. Somebody asked about you the other night, Killen. I don't remember who. Well, you know why he did that to you. Tell him, Ariel.
What? Go, because he's a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking with Finkel StreamYard being back. Would have had to set up the destination thing again, but be go on his StreamYard and be doing this and just see how long it. Well, I guess from looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell anyhow. So never mind. I just talked myself out of it. It's not that good of a idea.
Yeah. So I woke up last night, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't look at the clock to let the dog out. And I busted my ass in the living room. I knocked all kind of shit over, man. I left everything on the floor. My old lady woke up in the morning. It's like, why is everything on the floor over here? Oh, I fell down. I said, you didn't hear me fall? Shit was loud too, man. That's what I get for walking in the dark. It took me a minute to get back up too. I didn't quite pop back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple cuss words, before I got up.
I've sometimes thought doing the idea that I saw somebody mention on Facebook one time, getting a bunch of Ziploc bags with little snacks in them and scatter them around the house. So if,
Yeah, you fall or whatever, you could. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I saw a good one like that. I don't know what I was watching, and so the guy falls down. He's on his back, right? He threw his back out, whatever it is, man. And they're like, "Well, how are you gonna get out, man? You can't even move to get to anything." It was funny, man. He was just laying there. But yeah, little snacks here and there.
Yeah.
Survive a little longer. Yeah, just gonna lay here for a little bit. Ooh, poof poofs. That's what it is. They're poof poofs. I found me a bag of poof poofs.
My biggest fear of like that happening to me is calling 911 and saying, okay, don't laugh, but I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. You see, that's what happened to my mother. She broke her hip.
Yeah.
And she was laying there yelling for help. Somebody walked by and they heard her. And they ended up calling 911. They ended up coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was lucky.
Yeah, well, it's her own fault. For she got up on a chair.
Oh, yeah.
She don't need to be doing that. She was getting something out of the cabinet in the kitchen. I don't know what shit up there for her. Anyway, she's only 4'9", 4'10", whatever she is. She's a tiny little woman, man.
That's why I even have the upper shelves.
Yeah.
And, whenever that I've fallen and I can't get up commercial was first on, and it was kind of like a little pop culture joke for a while.
Yeah.
Barb was delivering Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
And she was delivering to the one house and she knocked on the door and she was like, Grace, are you here? And she, from the other room, she heard and she said it was sad, but she almost laughed also because this little voice goes, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that one, and then there's Where's the Beef?
Yeah. I just know, Kellen, that's what I always used to say to people when they'd say something like, you're driving me crazy or this is driving me crazy. I'd always say, it's such a short distance. Why don't you just walk? Stealing my punchlines. Bastard.
I hear the popo. I heard the cops. Could have been my dog.
Mm.
Did you hear my new song?
Um,
Hide and Seek.
yes. Yeah, the Sasquatch one. Yeah, I did hear that earlier. Yeah, I knew I'd watch something today, but I couldn't remember what it was offhand.
Yeah. Somebody talking in the chats? Because I don't hear them.
Well, it's like people are taking turns. Kiwi was talking, then Nerdy said she's here, and then Howard was talking. Now Killen's talking. It's like,
Well, I'm giving him some sign language right now. Guess which ones I'm giving you? I'm pointing north.
is it the I love you one?
Yes, always.
You know, Nerdy's talking to Killen because she doesn't like us.
No. It's like, screw those guys. I'm having my ramen, my rat man.
Ever since Ariel said I'm a lousy singer.
That was pretty gay, Killen. Hi, Nerdy.
Hey, Linda. Wasn't pretty gay Killen what they called him in high school?
Yeah. Problem is, he didn't last long in high school. Did you watch the video on the girl there that, well, it's a bunch of college kids. They're outside of this bar or whatever, and the cops roll up, and the one cop, they go like to arrest the girl. I don't know what happened to him. It looks like he hurt his knee, his leg or something, ended up going down. They charging her with injuring the cop and all this other bullshit. They pulled her down by her hair and put her in the jail cell. She said that they strip searched her. The guys were there, and they were present in the room. Then they left her handcuffed. They stuck her in the cell naked and left her like that for a while. So she gonna try and sue them. It's new video come out today. I'm trying to think of what it's called.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. You know, I wondered, did you ever happen to see whatever happened? Do you remember I don't remember exactly if he was, it was one of those Mexican countries, but the kid, they were living in a motel in Florida, and the kid was out for a walk, and the cop stopped and was hassling him. And the cop ended up having a heart attack, and so they arrested the kid for, I can't remember if it was assault or if the cop died and they were calling it murder or what. And
yeah, I think they're trying to get him for the cop's death. I don't know whatever.
yeah, because that was a while ago, and I never did see anything, of
It could still
anybody
be
saying.
going. Yeah, it could still be going on. It could have got thrown out, or he could have got convicted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. I'll tell you the name of that video. I don't know this channel either because I've never watched this channel before. Trying to find it. Oh, it's Blind Justice. I watched Blind Justice, but the video is called Stripped of Dignity. I'll throw it in the chats if anyone wants to see it.
Yeah, I think I've seen some Blind Justice. I forget who it was I was watching the other day, and it's one that I've watched a lot of their videos. And they blurred out the cop's face. And they said they did it because they didn't want to like encourage people to be like abusing the cop or however they said it.
Where was it at? Where was it at?
I don't remember.
Because
I replied to the guy, I said, you know, you show all the crazy Karens and stuff, and you're worried about not showing a cop being an idiot.
First of all, he's a public servant, and you can look up his picture. You can look up all his information. If he doesn't want that out there, he don't need to be working for the public. We're not giving his home address. That's different. But I don't know if you ever watch like a lot of videos in England. If you go get if you do a FOIA over there, they'll blur out the cops' faces.
Oh,
from the police, not like someone else records. You're gonna see their face. But if you get the film from them, the recording, they're gonna blur everything out. I don't know why, but I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, you're not allowed to swear at the cops over there either.
You can cuss at them, I think.
Yeah, I think if you do it too much, there they can actually take you in for it.
They took Eli in for it a week or two ago, and he was claiming First Amendment.
Oh, that's what he was arrested for? Was just language?
Yeah, just for cussing. And this cop has arrested him like 2 or 3 times already. It's not the first day. Like they got history, so yeah. Yeah, the video's not that long. And also the thing about this arrest with this girl is it's funny how they had everyone had their cameras on. Everyone had every camera was shut off the volume. So there's no voice. We don't even know what the whole argument was. We don't even know what the hell's going on. Why did they show up? They're questioning some girl. They didn't seem like they were rowdy, but they're like the only ones out there. It's like late at night. The street looks empty. And, a bunch of, there's just college kids. This was an 18-year-old girl.
Yeah, I bookmarked it. I saw it's only 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's not that long. You get a chance, you watch it. So the guy kind of explains everything in the beginning, and then the rest of it's just 3 or 4 different views from the cops. The different there's one from the car, and then their body cams. And it's really kind of hard to see what happens to the cop, but he does go down. He doesn't get back up. I'm just saying. He stays down. And then the dude that went down with him, he just puts his hands up. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. But the girl's the one that got all the charges, I think.
I think it'd be funny goes to court, and the defense attorneys ask the cop, "So you're saying this is the girl over here that beat you up?"
Well, her purse got tangled up with him, and you can see her purse is like the arm and all that. The strap from her purse, I think that's what took him down. I think he just twisted his knee or something, because I thought he had hit his head at first, but then I see him grabbing his knee, and he's just laying there and he's not moving. So I think he probably twisted his leg somehow, because he went down with that other guy. And the girl, they just grabbed the big water of her hair and just pulled her head down, and then put her arms behind her back, and then she didn't want to give the one arm up. And I'm like, girl, they already got you. You just give them the damn arm before they actually hurt you for real.
Well, you know, that's something that gets me a lot of times, where you'll see those, especially when they'll just grab somebody quick and, put your arms behind your back, and they'll accuse them of resisting because their arms stiffened. Well,
Right.
isn't that a natural reaction when somebody grabs your arm?
I think, but yeah, that's what. Yeah, you're always gonna resist if someone grabs you. It's a natural reaction to pull away from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a big difference between that and like throwing a punch at the cop or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I saw a good one. I saw a good one today. So there's a black man, and he's standing out in the street, and there's a lady cop, and she's saying, "Sir, is that a golf club that you have?"
Oh, I saw that.
He's like he can't hear her, and then he pulls a little thing out his ear. He goes, "Yeah, I've carried this thing for 20 years." And he's got like a little bag of grocery or whatever. She's like, "I need you to put that down." And then, did you hear what she said?
I don't remember. I saw it. I remember seeing the short on that the other day.
Okay, well, if you watch the whole thing, she's like, "You swung that at me. At no time did he even swing."
Yeah.
Dude, this shit is crazy, man. These freaking cops, man. So I think they trained them to say don't resist while because they have to do it for the camera.
Yeah.
So it looks, it looks good. Just gives them an excuse to slam you on the ground and get away with it.
Well, yeah, because you can even see it on those videos where the person's unconscious and they're still going,
Yeah.
"Give me your arm, give me your arm, don't resist."
Yeah, they did it to Carolina after they knocked her out.
Yeah. Well, a bowl of sliced bananas with crumbled up brownies.
What kind of crap is that? We don't have brownies.
Yeah,
I haven't made mine yet.
Sounds like something Carrie be eating.
Yeah. I'll be back, bro. I gotta let this dog out, and I gotta go check my blood real quick.
Okay. I screwed up and played that one song for the intro. Now it keeps rolling around in my head. Do you guys ever get snow again, Nerdy? Kind of funny, the rest of the country getting snow and Alaska isn't. I saw a video today where there were a couple of teenagers fishing, and a guy came along, told them they weren't allowed to fish here, and he claimed to be a state cop. And he told them, if I ever catch you here again, I'll blow your brains out. Do, 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 do. Oh, well. Yes, there's not much sense in this.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to sing